The entire team at Emsolation want to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri people. We want to recognise that we are recording and telling our stories on the stolen land of our country's first storytellers. We wish to pay our respects to all Wurundjeri elders and ancestors, and to extend that respect to any First Nations peoples who listen to Emsolation. We recognise Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples' continued connection to the land and waters of this country, and acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded. Always was, always will be.
Em Rusciano.
Just cut at my zipper scar and just lift like you're recovering a couch.
And Michael Lucas.
The whole premise of Harry Styles Goes Out With You in the hopes of being together with a normal person is in itself a dark and unpredictable comedy.
This is Emsolation.
If he's racing out and he's just going, see ya, and we have to hug. We hug, and then my ear goes next to him and he just hears your voice.
Yeah, he knew what he was marrying into.
You're in Emsolation.
Clack.
Clack. Well, hello there and welcome to Emsolation. See that straight in. I've spent 15 minutes fucking around, but I'm straight in. Well, hello there and welcome to Emsolation. My name is Em Rusciano. I'm a writer, a singer, a stand-up comedian, a maximalist power queen, a neurodivergent magic brain, and the current #1 spot holder on the Spotify podcast.
Oh, my God, really?
And together with my best friend since I was 11, award-winning screenwriter, who's not #1 on the podcast charts. For once, I'm getting the accolade. Mr. Michael Lucas, I bring you this podcast every week. Anomalous is out. It's out. It's done. It's gone. Well, one episode.
And I hear it's placing really well on the charts.
Actually doing quite well.
Wow.
Joe Rogan has pipped me again.
What, is he the only person in front of you?
Yeah, he's #1. Oh, no, it's so there's the overall charts of every podcast ever released. So it's one currently, Joe Rogan #1, Diary of a CEO, which sometimes I do listen to.
Really?
Yeah, I do. It's really strange, but I'm drawn to that guy.
No, I see that.
Yeah, and then #3 is Anomalous with Em Rusciano.
Wow. Joe Rogan's a good nemesis for you, I think.
He is.
He's a worthy foe. Well.
Wow. He's not worthy, but he's somebody I would enjoy taking down. But I can't be bothered. I don't have the bandwidth. My dance card is full.
Yeah.
I am everywhere. I'm a serial online pest.
It's a media bliss. It reminds me of when Madonna released Sex and Erotica and Body of Evidence in a really short space of time. It's exactly the same.
Same thing.
Exactly the same
I'm just
thing.
wearing more clothes. And
She did do Schoolgirl in the sex book.
Don't worry, I know.
But how's the feedback been so far?
It's been incredible. You know when you make something and people receive it exactly in the way you wrote it and you hoped they would?
Yeah.
The feedback has been amazing. The voice notes I'm getting from people
Voice
as well.
notes, do they know?
Getting voice notes. Yes, it's very good. It's helping. People are sending it. Mostly people are passively aggressively sending it to family members. What a dream. What a dream.
Yeah.
I mean,
to be a passive aggressive weapon.
Oftentimes in my family, we communicate exclusively through memes where it's some heinous act being performed and we just send it with you written underneath. And now I've become something like that. It's either being sent with you or me, which I love. So thank you to everybody who's listened, and all the reviews have been sublime, phenomenal. Ben's been making them into little social media cards.
And it comes out, is it weekly?
Every Monday. It drops.
And just for me, so you can get it in bite-sized pieces as well.
No, we've decided some eps might be split into 2. It just depends how I feel, how dense each ep is. But I'm kind of going week by week at the moment.
Right.
Episode 1 was going to be broken up into 2 pieces, but then I thought, no, let's just hit everyone with the emotional sledgehammer, because ep 1 is the emotional sledgehammer. Then it becomes a little bit more documentary-ish down the track.
You're like a roving reporter into your own mind and the issue in general.
Exactly. So it's been received well. And if you love Anomalous, the podcast, you're going to love Outgrown, the stage show, because it's just that brought to life.
Synergy.
Thank you. Thank you for the synergy. Correct.
And if you love Outgrown, you're going to love the Met Gala.
Oh, well, wasn't it kind of the Met Gala to have Outgrown as their theme?
What is the theme? It's
no, the theme.
It's in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Garden of Time.
Oh.
borrowed from English writer J.G. Ballard's 1962 short story of the same name. The Met Gala 2024 Garden of Time theme worked in conjunction with the Costume Institute's spring exhibition, Sleeping Beauty's Reawakening Fashion. So we'll be talking about that in the sealed section.
Okay.
I have sight unseen. I've stayed offline mostly.
Wow.
The team have picked 10 looks.
Wow.
I'm going to be giving an ADHD review.
Right.
So you know what that means. whatever chaotic, whatever pops into my head in the moment.
And I'll give a very uneducated, neurotypical, bland, style-free assessment.
Correct. Now, look, before we get into the business at hand, which is our review of the Idea Review.
Yeah.
Starring Anne Hathaway and Nicholas
Galazine, is that it?
Galazine. No, he's Greek. I don't know. Galazine, yeah.
Right, okay, yeah.
Say it, Chella. Galazine. Because Anne Hathaway says it with an accent whenever she says it. Calma.
Calma. There's too many of you.
Calma. Before we get into that, Michael texted me yesterday requesting, and I'm quite shocked. Like, I appreciated it if I was free on a specific date. Yeah. And I checked my diary.
But that's also, good. It's actually, is it good? Because you more prefer spontaneity. Good. Okay.
That was good because you require a serious costume from me.
That's right. I very much do.
So now you're giving me
a month. I would obviously imagine if I booked it and you were unavailable.
No, that wouldn't.
I'd already obviously checked your tour dates and everything. Yeah. And I thought, well, she's not going to be. That's pretty safe.
Because it's a costume event.
Yes.
You've now given me a month of total joy.
Yeah.
But I don't need a month. Wait, before I tell you what's happened, you explain what's going on. So you're getting a hip replacement.
I'm getting a hip replacement this year. In fact, I'm going to the surgeon on Monday, but not to get the thing where we're
assessing, chatting, planning.
Assuming.
Yeah.
It'll either be a hip replacement or I'll get a big injection of cortisone, one or the other, but I think it's going to go the full replacement.
I think if you're there,
just do it.
Just do it. If I was there, I'd ask them just a little bit of just to lift everything up. You're in my hip. Why not take out half the skin on my stomach?
I don't know that that's the service.
I think it is.
He provides.
Well, if he doesn't, he should think about it because there's a little bit of cash to be made there. While I'm out, just take that excess skin and lift my boobs.
But he's down in a specific, I suppose. Oh. There's a lot of things you can do down there.
Totally. Oh, my God. Just cut at my zipper scar and just lift like you're recovering a couch.
I'll be happy if he just does the hip.
You're fine. Yes.
Well, look, after the recovery, hips are a good joint to get replaced apparently. So my recovery should be pretty swift. I should be up and walking that day and everything. But having said that, I will need to be ginger and gentle and careful with it for a while afterwards. And so I just in my soul found that I want a big blowout dance party night.
Hi, gay.
Before it happened, because then I'll be up on chocks for a while.
Preaching to the choir,
exactly.
Bitch.
And anyway, so
yes.
Given the theme circling around the universe and specifically Queen Beyonce at the moment, the theme we've settled on is Disco Cowboy, a very specific style brief. Yeah, no more explanations needed. No. Basically the playlist and the outfits pretty much, completely, just describe themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to basically go and ruin my hip just before it gets replaced. Why not?
Incredible. It's the last hip hurrah.
It is. Wear out the last little bits of cartilage.
They'll carry him out straight to the Epworth on a gurney.
That's right.
He'll arrive with glitter in his eye.
The last time I did a proper, true blowout dance, the hip degenerated quite badly. And in fact, some might say that this hasty hip replacement is in some form due to the very deep squats I was doing.
Slut drops
I was doing on the floor.
He did his hip doing slut drops.
It's true.
Bitch, I'm Madonna.
That's
How do you think she did hers?
Well, that's right.
You are Madonna.
That's right.
We'll talk about that too because Mother ended the tour and we're not going to see it. But before we get there, I want to tell you, I've already got my costume.
Dude, okay.
I knew it. You should see his face. You'll be in a tizzy. Yeah.
No. I'm excited about it, but I want to know, is it in your wardrobe or did you open up and you did a Google and you're like, it's perfect and it's coming to you?
I didn't. I've pulled it from several sources. Oh. It's coming from all over the galaxy.
Yeah.
But as I pieced together my Dolly Parton look for my Marcella's 21st, I have pieced together a Beyonce homage. And can I just... It's perfect. It was so easy and it was so happy. And I came, as soon as I got, I literally was 2 minutes from home when I got your message and I walked inside and I said to Scott, can't speak, got to find a Beyonce costume. And he got it. He got
That's
it.
Good.
And who says straight men can't be taught? So then I sat down there on my laptop and he did the Leo bedtime stuff and I was just researching. Okay, I went and I read all the articles about where she sourced her things and what the meanings were. I want to make sure I'm not any cultural appropriationing, make sure that I'm grabbing the right things that are appropriate for me. I found the hat, the wig, the boots, the belt, the bolo, the denim. It's on. It's on and I'm almost upset as to how easy it was for me to source the outfit. It's a little bit boring.
I'm still in the exploration phase.
So what are you thinking? I said to Chella, are you going to come as Beyonce?
Oh.
I would live for you to recreate. She served so many looks. Would you? Or do you just want to come as super gay Disco Cowboy?
I mean, I was assuming super gay Disco Cowboy. Weirdly, there is a film that starred Sylvester Stallone and Dolly Parton called Rhinestone.
I'm sold. I'm in.
And he wears the most extreme disco tassels on his outfit. And I did look at that. And so...
If only you were currently living with an award-winning costume designer who could help you
she's
source
in
it.
his too. Her first thought was Dolly from Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Love it.
But obviously there's many things. But then also then we ventured into Orville Peck's costumes. That's where Adrian's looking at the moment. He's a fan of doing the beaded mask.
The face fringe. They're all over the internet at the moment.
They are.
I've gone literal.
You have, which I respect.
Yeah.
I mean, I can say that the venue shall remain nameless. Now, in the foyer of the venue, there is there's Renee.
Yeah,
there's the huge horse it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's so perfect. I'm so excited. It's so gay. I just cannot wait. I might have to do a little bit. I'm going to get the nails done with the American flag tips. I'm doing the whole thing, attention to detail.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
the only thing that's a bit sad is that the limitations of the hip. Under normal circumstances, obviously, I would learn a routine to Texas Hold'em, but I just can't in this instance.
Can't put in the prep time.
I have thought about whether I should get you to do an acoustic version of Jolie.
Yes. I'll consider it. Or maybe Chella and I can do the duet. Chella's coming.
Two Most Wanted.
Odie's coming as well.
You've actually denied us
I didn't tell
so far.
you. You better add my two children into your guest list.
I had added them, don't worry.
That's a small venue. Some people are not going to be making the cut.
That's true.
Wait to find out if it's you. Well, here we go. Finally, after months of anticipation, the idea of you, which I've been calling the thought of you, I love you.
The idea of you is a uniquely hard to remember name.
Stupid. It's a stupid title.
Yeah.
Has finally hit Amazon Prime. And Anne just posted, she's beside herself. They're number one on Amazon Prime internationally. Calma.
Calma.
So in case you're not across it, the idea of you is the story of gallery owner Soline is French.
Soline, yes.
Is French.
Yeah.
One of her grandparents was French, she says. 40 years of age, played by well-known, rundown, dowdy, downtrodden actress Anne Hathaway.
Let's just call it.
Total frump. If I've said it once, I've said it.
Clapped out frump.
Oh, just unattractive. Hard to look at. And Anne's daughter, Soline, takes her daughter to Coachella for a meet and greet for a teeny bopper band, August Moon, which is definitely not based on One Direction. I mean, how dare anyone suggest that?
Such a thing.
Now, while she is there at the meet and greet, which her daughter Izzy, who's apparently 17, but I think looked older than Anne.
100%. They look like sisters.
They do.
Yeah.
They really do. So she doesn't actually show up to the meet and greet until later on. So Anne really needs to go to the toilet. And she wanders out and she walks into what she assumes is a public dunny. Sure.
Yeah.
It's actually a luxury trailer.
It looked like a Winnebago.
It did. And as she's there, she's waiting. She knocks on the door. Excuse me, I need to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
And then a handsome man opens the door. We later learn it's Hayes, the lead
Not
singer.
Harry.
Definitely not Harry.
No.
Don't suggest it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Forget about those tattoos.
And the penchant for long cardigans.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely not Harry. Definitely. Those tattoos look freshly stuck on from a kid's party.
Yeah.
They did not even try. I could see the cracks in them.
Yeah.
They weren't good fakes. You can get good fakes.
You can.
They were not good ones. So he, from their very brief encounter, falls madly in love with over-the-hill, disgusting, offensive Anne Hathaway.
Cougar.
What world would he fall in love with someone so decrepit?
I definitely can't understand it.
I mean, how unbelievable. He falls so much in love that he dedicates a song in his Coachella set
to
which
her.
arguably they've been building up to for a few months.
That's right.
Just on the fly, he just says to the rest of the boy band that he's not One Direction.
Well, there is a twist on that front, but not spoiler alert.
Important plot point.
Okay.
The only source of tension, arguably, for the entire fucking movie. So, she is there, he is there, he sings a song to her, and then all of a sudden she happens to mention that she's so down and out, she owns a gallery, an art gallery in Silver Lakes, and, you know, that's what she does for a job.
That's right. Scraping by.
You wouldn't believe it. Oh, my God. Hayes shows up to the gallery.
I can't believe it.
Wild. You wouldn't believe it. Hayes goes in there and says, I want to buy all the art in the shop.
Yeah.
To which Anne Hathaway's character says, hap, 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 I value my artists.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
that's
sell it
right.
to you. At that point, I was like, fuck off.
Well, look, they needed to inject some conflict.
What kind of small business owner, especially one who owns art, is
That's
going
right.
to say, no, I have standards. Bitch, bubble wrap my painting and chuck in your firstborn if that's what they want. I was incensed for her artist. Do you know how hard it is to sell your artwork? And you've got someone coming in wanting to say, I'll just take the whole shop. And she's trying to, inject her standards? That's how we know she's the real deal, guys. She's earthy. She's got integrity. She's got soul.
Absolute integrity. I did like the art, by the way. I thought they did that pretty well. I thought the gallery looked pretty good.
Yeah, it was fine. It was great. But this is how we know we're building that idea of the reason he's so bewitched by her is because she didn't know who he was. She has no idea. Even though her daughter has worshipped
listened-
the band
yes.
for 5 to 10
That's right.
years, she doesn't know who this guy
No.
is. And that is the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah.
If you want to, if I ran into Harry Styles and I was single and I wanted him to fall in love with me, I would be like, sorry, who are you? It's the oldest trick in the book because they're like, oh my God, I could just be a normal person. I can just go shopping and no one will know who I am because my girlfriend has no idea who I am. What I wanted to see was a fucking baby reindeer twist at the end of this. That would have made it interesting. If we in fact then find out that Anne Hathaway's character has been obsessed with Hayes for 10 years and has a beautiful coat made of his pubes that she's collected out of trawling his trailer park. You know, that's
amazing.
what I wanted, the baby reindeer twist. That would have made this film interesting.
I just settle for the whole premise of Harry Styles goes out with you in the hopes of being together with a normal person is in itself
I
a
guess
dark and unpredictable comedy.
Vulture has summed it up best, and they have written, directed with uninspired competence by Michael Showalter.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm giving it 3 fanny tickles out of 5. Because honestly, I can now watch a YouTube supercut of them pashing 3 times.
Yeah.
We only get 3 pashes.
Good hand holding if you're into that.
Mate, he is scrumptious.
Do you think?
I felt like he was pashing me. He is so, and I've been watching forensically.
It felt wrong to me that he was pashing a woman.
Do you suspect?
No, but that's all I've seen him
because
in.
of Red, White and Blue.
And Mary and George. I've only ever seen him with men. And I was
Cinderella.
like,
With Camila Cabello.
oh, I didn't watch it.
What?
No.
And Billy Porter.
No.
The campest fairy godmother of all time.
Haven't watched it.
I will fucking ram it down your eyes next time you're at my
all
house.
right,
You'll
sure.
love it. It's so
Okay.
camp. It's got Idina Menzel. They reworked Material Girl at the
Yeah.
start.
Okay.
How have you not seen this? It's got
Dunno.
Madonna, Idina Menzel,
No.
and gays.
Well,
Fuck
he
me.
is a committed straight dude, apparently.
He's straight.
But
I've been watching them together at Press Things, right? He is in love with downtrodden, disgusting, ugly Anne Hathaway. He has
so
fallen-
good that he can look past her horrifying
Yeah,
visage.
he is, and she is just playing Solène. She's playing the role, and he is madly in love, and I'm fucking here for it.
She, to me, was great and held the whole thing together. If it wasn't for her...
Galma.
I know, I really think she was. Didn't you think she was good?
I thought her character had nothing standing in her way ever. Sure, my adult daughter's off at summer camp.
Yeah. I know, that was so convenient, wasn't
And
it?
the only villain remotely was finance bro ex-husband Dan.
Yes.
Maybe the villain?
You know what was weird for me about it?
Everything.
Well-
the lack of sex, the fact that their entire romance was boiled down to a 3-minute montage. I wanted the storyline in a 3-minute montage, and then I wanted fucking 90 minutes of slow kissing and fingering, and I did not get that. I got a stupid montage of her jumping in the waves. And by the way, in that scene where she's at the beach, she's in a fucking blue string bikini, and then all of a sudden you want me to believe 20 minutes later, nary 20 minutes later, that she feels self-conscious about her body
Comes
in
out
front
in a
of
burqa. She did. That was one of the worst scenes.
And she was wearing, by the way, downtrodden, dowdy mother who can't make ends meet. She had a $3,000 neck scarf on. Just want to point that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I see. We went in clearly with different expectations.
I'm the target audience. And
I
you're
was not there for the fingering. No, but what I wanted was a rom-com, and I was thinking this is going to be 2024's answer to Notting Hill or something like that. But what annoyed me about it was those really great rom-coms, you get the central two, but it's all about the support cast. Like you get like this, remember all the friends from Notting Hill and all that? In this one, there was literally no other remotely interesting character.
At the start, we learned how old she was with the supercut of the newly divorced old guys hitting on her.
Well, they did wheel
Great
in...
friendships. There was one friend
Anne
who's always
Hathaway,
the friend.
who co-wrote Bridesmaids, but she and also there was a serious lack of com in this rom-com. She got to sort of choke out a couple of very mid gags.
Do you know how many funny gags you and I could have written around that?
I know
scenario?
it just felt so.
My God.
It I didn't think it was actively terrible, but it just felt so lukewarm.
And it didn't need to be. If you are going to write this genre, you have to firmly plant your flag in, this is going to be fucking ridiculous. You're essentially recreating fan fiction. There, I said it. It's based on Harry Styles. There, I said it. Then you have to commit. Flaps to the wall, full suction, lean in. You want 5 out of 5 fanny flutters. You want to be thinking, what's going to make this suburban mother just slide off her fucking couch as she's sitting there with potato chips on her tits, thinking and wishing this was her life, that some young, hot, ingenue fucking hunk sees past the tracksuit pants and wants to just be in and around her junk. That's what you have to commit to.
You want her family to come in and find nothing but some salt and vinegar.
There's a burn mark.
In vaginal juices.
There's a burn mark on the bed. She's combusted. That is who you are writing for. Don't try and be, credible? Don't try and make sense. Their biggest sin is that it's boring.
They did try and sort of bring some sort of truth to it. And I felt like that's not what, no one was there for that.
No, I don't want that.
Also,
none of us asked for that.
Also, if ever a rom-com had an opportunity to give you some big song and dance numbers, it was this one, and they were pretty tepid. I mean, it was, and also,
and she can sing. Why didn't we get the duet?
Oh, where was this movie's Shallow?
I was fanging for a duet between the two of them. I just, even if they had have done Here's to You, Mrs. Robinson,
would have respected it.
She can sing.
She can.
Calma.
Yeah.
She can fucking sing.
Yeah, no, actually she won an Oscar for a role that was nothing but singing, famously. It came true.
She shaved her head.
She did. And lost a lot of weight.
She committed.
Although she looked basically the same weight.
Just with a wig on. And you know how they showed the passing of time? They gave her a middle part. No, she went from a middle part, fringe, to a side part. So when he comes back 5 years later, he has some facial hair.
Yeah.
She has changed the part of her hair.
Yeah. They also... Absolutely. There was digital sparkle on every shot of her. It was subtle, but it was there. There is not one bit of shadow or anything under those eyes.
And that's how you know. She's exhausted.
She's exhausted.
If anything, there was digital smudging. If anything, there was digital shitting. It was on sparkle. They made her look exhausted. I've never seen a more... I mean, honestly, was I watching Les Mis? Was I watching The Thought of You? I couldn't tell. Sometimes it was hard to tell the difference between the characters. Both French.
That's right.
Hard to tell the difference. Because she looked the same.
Fontaine. Selene.
Same. Oh, my God, she's Fontaine.
Do we think she can expect another Oscar for this one?
Nope. I'm really sad. So, as I said, 3 fanny flutters out of 5. I was expecting a good 4.5.
Yeah.
I was expecting...
You got more from the trailer, pretty much.
I now just watched YouTube supercuts of the two of them.
Right.
I'm a bit obsessed.
But you were happy with their sexual chemistry?
Their chemistry... But that was my whole issue. They made it into a montage.
Right, okay.
The bit where they're falling in love and getting all up in each other's business got like fucking smushed into like a video clip.
Yeah, you wanted to feel that penetration.
I felt the kiss.
Yeah, and what about, he did send her straight to orgasm in like seconds when he just swung her around, off they went.
Yeah, that was great. That just shows she's desperate. She's downtrodden.
That's right.
She's got no standards.
Well, looking the way she does.
Oh, I don't know how she gets up every day, honestly. So there's our review. Go off and watch it if you wish. It's over. We will not be seeing Mother live.
We're not.
We've had to accept that the celebration tour has come to an end.
It has.
We did not take part.
No.
It's not okay.
It's not. And it was quite the finale too.
It was everything. I said to him, I need someone to sit near me so I can commentate to them.
Yeah.
Please. He's like, okay. I said, I need you to pretend you're Michael. And he said, can I watch the Tour de France with my headphones on while you're talking to me? So So he would, every time I had something to say, Scott walks around in headphones all the time. And when you want to talk to him, it's 5 seconds of performance.
Yeah.
He sighs. He sighs. Yes.
Yeah, I know. Look, that is one thing that's similar in our 2 marriages.
Fucking Adrian and Scott and their headphone dance.
Look, I'm guilty of it too.
Oh, no, I'm quick. I'm like, what do you want? Right? Scott, this is Scott. What?
Oh, see, with Adrian...
Fuck's sake. It's like, okay.
No, with Adrian, you've got to go through the...
Oh, yeah, no, Scott's the same too. Hang on. Oh, wait. What's my code?
What?
Me, it's like, what cunt? Straight away. I'm on.
Yeah. And I find that I'm a criminal no matter what happens. If I'm the person without the headphones that asks for it, I'm a criminal because I've interrupted it. Yeah. But if I have the sin of not immediately hearing what he says, then that's criminal act too.
And also, do you feel the anxiety over the topic of what you've interrupted them? Because now you realise, oh, God, if this isn't good enough, if I haven't earned their attention, I'm never going to... Because usually it's, you know what I'm like, I send 3 quick text messages, right?
Yeah.
I do the same thing to Scott.
Yeah.
So there's 3 interruptions.
Yeah.
So I'll watch him go through... Putting it back on, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll be, oh, shit, I just remembered something else. And then I got to go through it again. So it's fucking annoying. So I said to him, yes, you can wear your headphones, but your reaction time has to be quick. I'm not going through this headphone dance.
For me, the terror is actually more, when it's me that's listening to it, is the exposure of what I'm listening to, which if he's approaching me, and particularly, for some reason, he always likes to crack the same joke because sometimes it's emsolation. And he thinks it's hilarious that I'm sitting there.
Listen to yourself. How good was I in maths? How funny was I in maths?
But also sometimes, like, if he's racing out and he's just going, see ya, and we have to hug, you'll appreciate this. We hug, and then my ear goes next to him and he just hears your voice.
Yeah, as some would say, accurate depiction of life. He knew what he was marrying into. So I sat down and Scott graciously sat next to me, and the second nothing even matters.
Oh, tears.
Cried.
Yeah.
It was over. I knew it was over. 1.6
I know.
million
That was wild.
people lined the
Biggest
Copacabana ever.
Single concert ever.
She's broken the records. She said, Taylor and
At
Beyonce,
65.
hold my fucking beer.
Yeah.
She loves beer. She was drinking beer a lot
She
during the
was.
show.
Was it beer? I was wondering about that.
I don't know. I feel like maybe it was water, but she was saying it was beer.
Oh, but I respect that.
Kombucha.
Yeah, a bit of
I loved
theatricality.
it was so, I cried so many times, and it gave me, and because I'd only been watching dodgy YouTube audience.
You've never seen it all in context.
So to have it, I was so overstimulated by 3 minutes in, I couldn't hack it.
And the set list truly was past 4 decades of our life.
And she gave us Express Yourself in the most beautiful...
That was the high point for me.
Vogue for me.
Vogue was extraordinary.
Vogue, I lost my mind.
Yeah.
And I kept shouting at Scott, that's her children! Look, there's her children! And then Scott's like, who's the dad? And I said, no, they're the ones she adopted.
Dear
For fuck's sake. It's like it's willful ignorance at this point. He literally married Madonna's biological daughter.
Yeah.
And to not
you can't
know
recognise
my
the
siblings.
lineage.
Oh, my God. Mm-hmm. So she had all the children there except, of course, Rocco.
The 2 biologicals.
That's odd. I find it odd.
He's off being an artist in Florence at the moment, apparently.
Is he, though?
And Lourdes, who knows what, she did release that single.
Where was Lourdes at her mother's biggest ever show of her entire career?
They've both seen it.
I don't care. Imagine Chella and Odie missing it. Absolutely. There's no choice. You be there. I don't understand why.
I don't know. She literally, Jesus Luz was there, her ex-boyfriend. He was in the Family and Friends area.
I love that you saw that. The happy gays, happy Brazilian gays who were just so, they were crying. They didn't quite understand the things she was saying.
No. Did you, on your stream, were they talking over it in Portuguese the whole time?
Yes.
Yeah, that was intense.
I managed to find, I did send you the link to that new HD
I know, but
one.
we were so deep in it and it was pretty crisp where I was, so I didn't want to mess with it.
The one I had, we also got amazing ads that the Brazilians watch, and they are incredible.
Yeah.
The ads they put on in Rio de Janeiro.
Right.
Woo-hoo-hoo. There's no Frank Walker from National Tiles, put it that way.
I can imagine.
So good.
She did not as well temper down, like she was cracking jokes about blowjobs. My favourite being, you can sleep your way to the middle, but you can't sleep your way to the top. God, I love that one.
From her lips.
Accompanied with tongue actions.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
She masturbated herself.
So can we talk about that? So it's been a real common theme for our divas, our faves, to go back and revisit their younger versions of themselves. In Barbara's case, singing to herself.
Yeah, of course.
In J-Lo's case, going back to the Bronx, where she's from, working class girl. Just
That's right.
dirty knees, bird nest hair. Madge, though.
Yeah.
gave it a Madge twist where she had sex with herself.
She did.
And honestly,
Good for her.
I'm like,
She's like, finally, I can get fucked by someone who knows what they're doing.
I'm like, good, another inner child. Oh, nope, she's masturbating her.
Well, if you're an incredible super fan, that, of course, she was performing next to the Blonde Ambition version of her, and they recreated the exact choreography. But then it went a little further, mind you. They were on the masturbation bed from that tour, and they continued the theme quite strongly.
Talk about a good tax deduction. For
She
her.
also got so many pashes in that show.
She did.
Was that
ask-
a last night special, or was it?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Can I ask though, in terms of the HR department? If you're a backing dancer for Madonna, you are performing things that are... Would there be an intimacy coordinator involved there?
I would assume so.
Because the dancer's hand gets put on Madge's
That's
vag.
right. Yeah.
But that's okay.
No, well, I mean, yeah, you would... Yeah, I imagine that they would have an intimacy.
And what
coordinator.
about all the pashing? Because there was lots of pashing.
Yeah.
And honestly...
Good for her. I know, and that was all very hot. And also her dances have just... She's always have hit a level of androgyny.
Scott said
Yeah.
that person, because we didn't know...
No, didn't know. It was
matter,
brilliant.
is beautiful.
Yeah.
It was a assigned male at birth, one of her assigned male at birth dancers, but they were pieces of art.
Oh.
My God. Where
And
does
there was
she
such
find
variety
them?
amongst them as well.
Evan. And then Esther was there DJing in her Versace onesie, came out in Vogue. Mercy played... Mercy is stunning.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Played the piano, incredible. Mum's on top of the piano, writhing around, good.
Yeah. And also, I didn't realise she went for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And really didn't have as many breaks as I thought she was going to have. I mean, but also they did it very cleverly when she was off stage. Like she went off stage and then they automatically started the Vogue section.
So
it was
good.
seamless.
Her son is a superstar, David.
yeah.
Oh, my God. He came out in this incredible kind of like the hat Adrian wants to wear to your hip.
That's right.
Hurrah.
That's right.
And he did a bit of a Prince kind of tribute and... She worked in Beyonce. She worked in Sam Smith.
Yeah.
There was so many great little remixes. There was a choice to celebrate Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Choices were made.
Choices were made.
We move on from that.
It was a shadow dance sort of a situation.
Yes.
I mean, it was sort of objectively excellent, but also problematic.
No, very problematic, but right. But all in all, I was so satisfied.
Yeah.
I didn't think she'd be able to satisfy me because those songs, but every time a song came on... and
Screaming.
Scott was like, oh, God. I'm like, oh, no.
I know. Classic after
amazing.
classic.
Oh.
And the worst thing is it is crushing because how can you top that? It was the
can't
biggest
believe-
concert ever held.
So
Copacabana
Scott
Beach.
said to me, do you think that's it? Why would she tour again? Why would she do it?
Well, also the other thing is, do you reckon she will... Because you know how after she did the Super Bowl, it sort of changed... Like way more women started doing the Super Bowl and it certainly changed like the level of stagecraft you expected from the Super Bowl. I wonder now whether the Copacabana Beach finale will become a thing.
Well, the Rolling Stones have done it.
They have, yeah.
Someone else has
Rod
done it.
Stewart.
Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
So, and the Rolling Stones did get $1 million.
Yeah.
But I definitely think...
Were you considering the toilet facilities? I was wondering about
I
that.
thought about all the infrastructure. Scott's comment was, imagine the drugs you could buy.
Imagine. See, I was... Oh, bitch.
Think about where they were.
She didn't go on till 10:45, early for her.
Wow, how kind. 7 blocks of people.
Yeah.
People were. She injected $46 million into the economy just on this one concert, and didn't take a cent for herself, which she mentioned. 5 fanny flutters.
5. Jesus
She got 5
Christ. Wow.
from me.
Wow.
So Culmer, Anne Hathaway, take notes. Swatch. This is what I need. Anyway, so good. All right. Well, that's it for the main episode of Emsolation. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to hear Michael and if you want to see me do some kind of vocal vomit on the Met Gala looks that I'm yet to see, we're going to be reviewing them all. And that's happening in the field section.
10 selects.
There's 10 selects. I don't know what they are, and I'm just going to respond as soon as I see it. I don't know what's going to come out. There could be some heavy editing happening. Who knows? If you want to see that, you have to be an extra subscriber. If you want to hear it, you just need to be an extra subscriber. All the details on how to do that are in the link in our bio. Please listen to Anomalous.
Episode 2 coming out on Monday.
That is correct.
Featuring
Michael John Lucas.
Em's told me about 800 Trumps. I'll send it to you. She's never sent it to me.
No.
But I know that that's just the general chaos. It's not strategic, or is it?
It's hard. You
Oh,
could
is it?
always ask Ben or Zeke. Don't
It's hard.
Don't
I
put the
thought you meant
label
it was
on Zeke.
You sent
emotionally
it to
hard.
me
You
and I
just
haven't
meant-
got it either.
Oh, there you go. It's too
a
hard.
long
I have
list.
to go in and download the file
Yeah,
in
we
a
just
Google
wait.
Drive. Just wait. It's
I'll
good.
wait.
I always wait to watch your stuff on the telly.
Good.
You know, you don't send me the things.
I did last time.
Only the hotties. Only if you're saying, hey, is this guy hot enough for a love interest?
It's very valuable.
Totally. The fanny flutter skull never lets anyone down.
Never does.
All right, gang. We'll catch you soon. Bye.
Bye.
All right, get those bitches up. Let's do it. I can't wait. Hi, I'm Em Rusciano. I'm a writer, a podcaster, a musical comedian, and I'm neurodivergent. I don't represent most people's preconceived notions of what an autistic person with ADHD is. So to help change that, I went on a journey. No, I can't say journey. Can we call it a quest? That makes me sound magical and like I'd have a sassy animal sidekick and I'd be handy with a bow and arrow. In this series, I'm going on a quest. Yeah, that works. With the help of some super smart experts along the way, I'll be exploring why so many people like me are seeking a late-in-life diagnosis. I'm also going to take you through how I found out I was an autistic ADHDer in my early 40s, the aftermath of that, and pass on all of the things I've learned along the way. This is Anomalous, a love letter to the neurodivergent community and a roadmap for neuronormative people.
To enjoy today's sealed section of Emsolation, upgrade your experience and join the Extra family with our premium service, Emsolation Extra. You get 2 bonus episodes direct to your favourite podcast app every week in an exclusive feed, as well as an Ask Me Anything where Em and Michael answer your questions. There's over 70 other episodes awaiting you already, plus you'll also get Instagram close friends access, ticket pre-sales, merch discounts, and heaps more. Help Em keep this independent neurodivergent business alive by supporting us for less than $2 a week on our yearly plan or less than $2.50 a week on our monthly plan. Just sign up at emsolation.supercast.com now. Emsolation is recorded at Down the Hill Studios, hosted by Em Rusciano with Michael Lucas. Executive produced by Benjamin Wasley, produced by Em Rusciano. Edited by Ezekiel Fenn and videos by James Henderson. Socials by Benjamin Wasley, Em Rusciano and Marcella Rusciano Barrow, with assistance from Jem Evans and Isabella Hines. Follow us on Instagram at Emsolation Podcast, where you'll find a link in our bio so you can sign up for our weekly newsletter, join other Emsolators of the Emsolation Group on Facebook, follow our YouTube and TikTok channels, and so much more. Help us out by sharing Emsolation with your friends, give us a 5-star rating, and make sure you're following us by hitting the follow button on your favourite podcast app. Thanks for listening and or watching this week's episode, and we can't wait to chat with you again soon.